Okay, this is just an update from that last video I made about the amazing atheist and, his comments towards that whole Ghost in the Shell movie. I've been reading some of my comments and I have been looking around, and this is a step back at what I'm saying. Because at first I thought that this was gonna be just about it being a bad movie, just like the Ghostbusters reboot, or like the Dragon Ball Z live action movie. And I was I was actually wrong. I misunderstood what was really going on here. So I decided to, do an update and still say there are still some things that the Amazing Atheist was wrong about, and there are still some things, well, a lot of things that the PSA was wrong about. And one of the things is that, what do Asians have to do with this? I mean, I know Asia is a continent, and I don't know if Japan is a part of Asia, but if it is, then maybe this video is another pointless video where I'm wrong again. But if it isn't, I'll continue. Because as an anime fan, I would know where my anime comes from. And it mostly comes from Japan. All if not most of anime production companies are in Japan that are mostly marketable in America and other countries. And I I was watching another YouTuber explain what was really going on. Goes by the name of Bonnie Wife Wife Ops or whatever, with 17 subscribers. That's still more than me. She sort of opened the door for me a little bit better of what's going on. And so did a few people in my comment section when I thought about looking, responding to people and seeing what they had to say about this. And another one was Kale 750. Yeah, he said I was missing the point. He brought out a few things that still make no sense. Now, I got nothing against, the actors. What I am still kind of, what I am trying to say is that what I'm thinking that this movie might still be a flop because the plot is different, the summary is different, the whole niner is different. The story is completely different from the original anime, where where the main character in the anime was like this since she was a child. She's had this augmented cyber enhanced body since she was a little girl, and I believe that can be confirmed when she tells one of her subordinates about the story of how when she was just a little girl, she was getting used to her new body. She accidentally smashed and crushed her doll, and she cried about it. That's actually even in the opening anime theme of Ghost in the Shell. So yeah, I'm taking a few steps back here by saying, yeah, okay, I missed the point on certain things. This was not about it being a flop like the Ghostbusters could be, or like how Dragon Ball Z was, the live action I'm talking about. And in case you guys don't know about the live action movie of Dragon Ball Z, it wasn't all that great because it was kind of a disappointment. Because it wasn't like its original anime run to me, in my opinion, and and to my cousins that went to go see the movie with me. We all thought that, hmm, in the trailer, Son Goku does say Kamehameha, so we're thinking we're gonna see that, but no, story was twisted, plot was different, uh, and we were kind of disappointed because its fight sequences weren't on par with the original Dragon Ball Z anime. I don't want to bring the live action Death Note into this because the live action Death Note um, was made in Japan and not in America, and it had Japanese actors. But that was still kind of a flop because, the actors weren't portraying the characters from the anime that well. So that's all I had to say was, the Amazing Atheist is still wrong on kind of things like calling a, a manga book a comic book, or saying that Asians aren't represented well within the anime, within the animation or anime um, titles and stuff like that. When I don't think they really were, since most animes took place in Japan. In Japan, others took place in fictional lands or even in other countries. But I don't think I really don't think I've seen or heard animes that take place outside of Japan that often, like in Asian countries like China. I mean, like they put characters from other countries in their animes, but they're still, mostly in Japan. Because right now I'm just trying to think of a place that of an anime show that took place in another country, and the only thing I'm getting is Code Geass, which took place in Britannia, where plot of that was where Japan was stripped of its identity and its race and title and stuff like that. They were just given a number known as Area 11, and Japanese were called 11s. I guess there was also Berserk. That took time, but that didn't take place in Japan. I'll give it that. That took place in some place that was felt more a lines of Viking and more of a nightist style to it, a nightist country to it. So that's all I got to say. Thank you all and good night.